opportunity. We all are blessed hearing you. Hare Krishna. Santana.
Hare Krishna. Sadhu Seven Prabhu, I did a mistake of calling you. Hare Krishna. Pranams to all of you. I'm new to this forum, so I wanted to be introduced. The reason is, Ashish Prabhu said, even if you're a known person, but it is, Ma, Hare Krishna. So he said, you have to get introduced again. So, and I was asking a couple of them, can you introduce me? They said, I'm joking. So they were not coming forward. So it's only Sadhu Sevan Prabhu who believes, and he said, yes, Mataji, I'll be there. Actually, he was in office. And yes, this is Radha Kund. I'm in Vrindavan. I want to be in Vrindavan. But Srila Prabhupada and my spiritual master always says, you think of Radharani, you think of Krishna, and you keep handing over beads, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwatam, Prasadam, give your association. That itself is Vrindavan. That itself is Mayapur. That is the place where Lord resides, actually. Yeah. So not wasting any time, valuable time of you all that you all have come. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. This is my own purification. So begging from each one of you that please pray for me, that I must able to do justice to all the services that I get, because every service that I get, it is like a drop that I am purifying, and I take that drops to the lotus feet of my spiritual master so that I can fulfill my promise given to him. Hare Krishna. So, yes, today genuinely is my session. Otherwise, you all have seen coming, the speaker is not there, not present, and all that. I'm so sorry for that. Yes, today genuinely it's my session. Because I said, if I go and say I want to introduce myself, they say, oh, you're like a watchman, we know you. So, yes, so let's start with the Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Visivijam Sadhvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lilita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा I request everybody to join. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. So, anybody wants to recite the first 3 shlokas that we have decided, so that over a period of time, you all will able to by heart. You want me to share those with you all? So that
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, who wants to recite today?
Padmamurti Wadla.
Can I make it?
Yeah, please. Any one of you. Janaki Mataji, yes.
Yes.
I will share, huh?
Mataji.
Yeah.
I will take
know
my
you know
bhagwatam, Mataji.
I know you know by heart. Yeah. Okay. Amma, even you can try, Amma.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah. Second shloka you can say. First shloka Janaki will say. Second you can say. Third somebody can say. Like that we will go. Yeah. Okay, Janaki. Yeah. Please go ahead. First shloka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janaki. Wait, huh?
Okay.
Janaki will say the first shloka.
Yes,
Yes, Janaki.
Mataji, I'll directly start the shloka, Mataji, or
Yeah. Om Namo
can you?
Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo
You
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Should I start this Narayanam Namaskritam also, Mataji?
No, you can say the shloka.
Okay. जन्मादश्च यतोऽन्यादितरत चातेष्वभिज्ञास्वरा तेने ब्रह्महृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरय तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र सर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सुधा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि.
Thank you,
Mataji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Ama. Second shloka.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dharmaha projita krutavotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadam tapatrayonulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kim va Parairishvaraha Sadyo Hrudaya Varudye Tatra Kritibihi Shushrushobi Sakshanat.
Haribol. All marks to your teacher.
Oh, no, Mataji.
Krishnamurti Prabhu. Jai. Okay, Sudha Mataji, you can read the third one.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranam. निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखातमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Oh, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we will go for today's shlokas. There are 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 shlokas I have to cover. Yeah. 1 second. So successfully we are on the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagwatam, first canto. Okay. So I'll be covering up 4 shlokas today. Now, these shlokas, which today I'm going to take, out of which all 4 shlokas are the best ones, but shloka number 6, 7, 8, these 3 shlokas, if you all can by heart, it will be good. Yeah, try to by heart. These are the answers to the questions that the sages of Nimisharanya had put forward to Sutta Goswami. Okay. So the question number 1 and question number 2, these are the answers given in shloka number 1.2.6-7-8. Okay. So we will go through now. If possible, unmute yourself and all together chant with me, because this particular shloka Srila Prabhupada has referred, I cannot give you the count. Any prominent lectures that he has given, he has used this shloka. So it is that important shloka. Okay? Very good. Yeah, okay. We'll start. Save pumsan paro dharmo yato bhakti
पुंसां परो धर्मो पुंसां परो धर्मो वै पुंसां परो धर्मो
अहैतुकीय प्रतिहता ययात्मासु प्रसीदति
प्रतिहता ययात्मा प्रसीदति
परो धर्मो यतो भक्तिरदोक्षजे अहैतुक्य प्रतिहता ययात्मासु प्रसीदति।
Very good. One more time. Save pumsam paro dharmo yato
यतो
adokshate ahaitukya pratihata yayatmasu prasidati. Okay. Archana, you read once more.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Read one.
Mataji. Okay, Mataji. Savai pumsan paro dharmo yato bhaktir adokshaje ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati.
Very good. Janaki Mataji, read once more. Janaki, read one.
Yes, Mataji. Savai pumsa paro dharmo yato bhaktiradoksaje ahaytuki apratihata yayatma suprasidati.
Very good. Indu Mataji, read once again.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Mataji.
Say.
Savai, yeah, shall I? Go ahead. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktirajopshaje ahaytuki apratihata yayatma suprasidati.
Very nice. Vishbhanu Mataji, please read.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी प्रणाम। सवै सांपरो धर्मो यतो भक्तिरदोक्षजे अहैतुक्य प्रतिहता ययात्मासु प्रसीदति।
Very nice, very nice. Ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidasi. Prabhupada again and again referred this shloka to many classes. Now, somebody can read the translation. Padma Mataji, you can read the translation. Padma Mataji, am I audible to everybody?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, you're audible.
Padma Mataji, you want
Yeah.
to read?
Yes, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The supreme occupation dharma for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
So we will read 2 shlokas and then actually I want to read 2 shlokas and then come back to dive into. Devla Mataji, would you like to read the purport?
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Pranam. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this statement, Sri Suta Goswami answers the first question of the sages of Naimisharanya. The sages asked him to summarize the whole range of revealed scriptures and present the most essential part so that fallen people or the people in general might easily take it up. The Vedas prescribe 2 different types of occupation for the human being. One is called the Pravritti Marga, or the path of sense enjoyment, and the other is called the Nivritti Marga, or the path of renunciation. The path of enjoyment is inferior, and the path of sacrifice for the supreme cause is superior. The material existence of the living being is a diseased condition of actual life. Actual life is a spiritual existence or Brahmabhuta existence, where life is eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. Material existence is temporary, illusory, and full of miseries. There is no happiness at all. There is just the futile attempt to get rid of the miseries, and temporary cessation of misery is falsely called happiness. Therefore, the path of progressive material enjoyment, which is temporary, illusory, is inferior. But devotional service to the Supreme Lord, which leads one to eternal, blissful, and all-cognizant life, is called the superior quality of occupation. This is sometimes polluted when mixed with the inferior quality. For example, adoption of devotional service for material gain is certainly an obstruction to the progressive path of renunciation. Renunciation or abnegation for ultimate good is certainly a better occupation than enjoyment in the disease condition of life. Such enjoyment only aggravates the symptoms of disease and increases its duration. Therefore, devotional service to the Lord must be pure in quality, that is, without the least desire for material enjoyment. One should therefore accept the superior quality of occupation in the form of the devotional service of the Lord without any tinge of unnecessary desire, fruitive action, and philosophical speculation. This alone can lead one to perpetual solace in his service.
Thank
Hare
you.
Thank you,
Hare
Namaste.
Krishna. Thank you, Devala Mataji. Yes, Madhvi Mataji, you can continue the next para. Madhvi.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hi.
We have purposefully denoted dharma as occupation because the root meaning of dharma, of the word dharma, is that which sustains one's existence. A living being's sustenance of existence is to coordinate his activities with his eternal relation with the Supreme Lord Krishna. Krishna is the central pivot of living beings, and he is the all attractive living entity or eternal form amongst all other living beings or eternal forms. Each and every living being has his eternal form in the spiritual existence, and Krishna is the eternal attraction for all of them. Krishna is the complete whole, and everything else is his part and parcel. The relation is one of the servant and the relation is of the servant and the served. It is transcendental and is completely distinct from our experience in material existence. This relation of servant and the served is the most congenial form of intimacy. One can realize it as devotional service progresses. Everyone should engage himself in that transcendental loving service of the Lord, even in the present conditional state of material existence. That will gradually give one the clue to actual life and please him to complete satisfaction. Thank you.
Thank
Mataji.
you, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll read one more shloka. 1.2.7. It says, Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayastyu Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Yat Ahaitukam. Yeah. Who wants to say the shloka? Anybody? Devala Mataji, give a try.
वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजितः जनयत्यासु वैराग्यं ज्ञानं च यदहेतुकम्. Thank you, Mataji.
Very
Hare Krishna.
excellent. Haribol. Yeah. Okay. Shanti Mataji, you can read the translation. Shanti.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Anybody for the purport? We have 2 paras. Archana Mataji, you can read the first para and then Vikram Prabhu can read the second para. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Those who consider devotional service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna to be something like material emotional affairs may argue that in the revealed scriptures, sacrifice, charity, austerity, knowledge, mystic powers, and similar other processes of transcendental realization are recommended. According to them, bhakti or the devotional service of the Lord is meant for those who cannot perform the high-grade activities. Generally, it is said that the bhakti cult is meant for the Sudras, Vaishyas, and less intelligent women class. But that is not the actual fact. The bhakti cult is the topmost of all transcendental activities, and therefore it is simultaneously sublime and easy. It is sublime for the pure devotees who are serious about getting in contact with the Supreme Lord, and it is easy for the neophytes who are just on the threshold of the house of bhakti. To achieve the contact of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is a great science, and it is open for all living beings it is open for all living beings, including Sudras, Vaishyas, women, and even those lower than the low-born Sudras. So what to speak of the high-class men like qualified Brahmanas and great self-realized kings? The other high-grade activities designated as sacrifice, charity, and austerity, etc., are all corollary factors following the pure and scientific bhakti cult. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Shri Radha Devi Dasi.
Thank
Okay.
you, Mataji.
Vikram Prabhu, if you don't mind, can you read the second para? The principles of knowledge.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Prabhupada. The principles of knowledge and detachment are two important factors of the path of transcendental realization. The whole spiritual process leads to perfect knowledge of everything material and spiritual. And the result of such perfect knowledge are that one becomes detached from material affection and becomes attached to spiritual activities. Becoming detached from material things does not mean becoming inert altogether, as men with a poor fund of knowledge think. Naishkarma means not undertaking activities that will produce good or bad effects. Negation does not mean negation of the positive. Negation of the non-essentials does not mean negation of the essential. Similarly, detachment from material forms does not mean nullifying the positive form. The bhakti cult is meant for realization of the positive form. When the positive form is realized, the negative forms are automatically eliminated. Therefore, the development of the bhakti cult with the application of positive service to the positive form, one naturally becomes detached from inferior things and he becomes attached to the superior things. Similarly, the bhakti cult, the supermost, sorry. Similarly, the bhakti cult, being the supermost occupation of the living being, leads him out of material sense enjoyment. That is a sign of pure devotee. He is not a fool, nor is he engaged in the inferior energies, nor does he have material values. This is not possible by dry reasoning. It actually happens by the grace of the Almighty. In conclusion, one who is pure devotee or has all the other good qualities, namely knowledge, detachment, etc. But one who has only knowledge or detachment is not necessarily well acquainted with the principles of bhakti cult. Bhakti is the supermost occupation of the human being. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's dive in detail what is Prabhupada trying to say. Dear devotees, what was the first question by the sages? Yeah, that was 119. Okay. Let me take you all back.
What is the ultimate good for all the well-beings, all the living beings?
For the people in general.
Very good, very good. But what happens is when we physically see the shloka, it matters, you know. So I want to give you all the prelude. Dear devotees, so this was the shloka, yeah. Tatra tatranjasya yusman bhavata yat vinishchitam pumsam ekantaha shreyas tannaha samsitrum arhasi. That is, please. See, are you able to see the shloka? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, see, 119. It was saying, please, see. Why we have to stress on each word? If you remember, the speaker was saying that how we have to approach 4.34, tad vidhi, that is vidhi. What is the process? You have to be very sublime, very humble, very tolerant, very polite. You know, from when I'm asking one question, this Mataji is not replying me. This Mataji is not attentive to us. Only she is attentive to Krishnamurti Prabhu or Archana Mataji or Sindhu Mataji or, you know, did I take any one or two names here? No, it's not like that. Yeah, it's not like that. Whatever Srimad Bhagavatam is teaching or our spiritual master stresses on, we have to follow that. So listening to just a lecture, you know, sitting 40-45 minutes or 1 hour and say, oh yes, every day we are attending. Yeah. But what is the change? This is what is the process today that you will Carefully listen and the prospect will change. How is that? It says, please, therefore being blessed with many years, explain to us, to whom they all are saying, all 800,000 people who are sitting, all sages, huh? They are all sages, and not in an ordinary place in a park or somewhere. Naimisharanya. We all saw the photos that were shared by somebody. Of course, I have been there and I was telling, my God, real jungle. Nothing there, nothing at all. So it says, and imagine 5,000 old trees there, 5,000, almost 99 years old trees there. That, what is that called? Badgat Kachar? Yeah, that is there, Not the people, the other one. So it says, please explain to us in an easily understandable. Don't just explain, but also explain in a very easily understandable way what you have ascertained to be the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general. So we all understood from the first chapter of first canto, which we have done almost now. Yeah. What was it all saying? Who is the absolute truth? Isn't it? Who is the absolute? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Yeah. The others are all the departments to him. Isn't it? Now, all these sages had no work. They had so much work. But then it is said, a sadhu, a sage. What is the quality of a sage? Par dukhe dukhi. If somebody in front of them is in trouble, they feel that is our trouble. That is what the Acharya's teaching is. That's the reason they are joining hands to Sutta Goswami. Please reply. So this question should be here in your mind. Then only now when we are saying, Savai pumsa paro dharmo, yato bhakti radokshajay, ahaituki apratihata, yayatma suprasiddhiti. And say, oh Mataji, now flip, again go to that. Yeah. Okay. So this is the first question that they are asking. And then again, we will go to the next question also. Then you all know why the sages said that in general, please teach us something very easily understandable. Why? Why they are saying easily understandable? They are saying because this age that we are going to, dear devotees, we are still there in Naimisharanya. Please set the frame. We are still in Naimisharanya, where all the sages are sitting, and they are worried about the yuga, that Kali Yuga was supposed to come. So they were so concerned about that, oh my God, Lord is not there. Swadhama upagate, he has already left, he is gone. Now who is going to take care? Under whom we will take the shelter? Yeah. So he has come in the form of Srimad Bhagwatam, Bhagavad Gita as instructions. Now they are saying, but easily it should be understandable. So then what happened? We got Srila Prabhupada, who sat and diluted so much from 64 rounds to 16 rounds. From not going to some place and do tapa, bapa and all those things, but he's saying, sit at home only, chant this. Why? Krishna himself came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So chant within your family. That itself is yajna, sankirtana yajna. Now their question was, please, so this Kali Yuga it's an iron age. Anything you can melt. To melt iron, certain degree of heat is required. Certain kind of environment is required. I hope everybody is on the same page. Yeah. So when somebody says, Mataji, you gave Bhagavad Gita. We don't know Sanskrit. Oh, there is English also. Please try to read English. Mataji, Sanskrit bhi nahi aa raha hai, English bhi nahi aata hai. Okay, read the translation. This is what the Acharyas were requesting. Please put it in so easy way that any common person, only any layman must be able to understand. Yeah. So he says, first of all, short life. Then quarrelsome. Every time they need a chance to quarrel. Yeah. Lazy. Now see, I don't know whether I have explained earlier also, when the book distribution happens, all the brahmacharis, the prime duty, all the devotees, prime duties, give Bhagavad Gita, give Bhagavatam, give. So one of the devotee was, distributing Bhagavad Gita. And wherever, if possible, if they see somebody can buy it, they just say, okay, please, you're most welcome to give some Lakshmi. So somebody, he found very reputed. So this brahmachari said, this Bhagavad Gita, if you want, you can pay the cost. He said, how much? He said, 200. He said, don't you think Krishna gave this Bhagavad Gita instruction, Upadesham, free? He said, yeah, he gave free in Kurukshetra. By the time it traveled here, 200 cost. So further that devotee asked, but what is the benefit if I pay 200? Is it worth for 200? Then immediately, see, that's why Prabhupada said, when you're going for this book distribution, you must know what is the content of the book. You will get very, very smart people. So immediately that brahmachari said, you're traveling in the first class, if you don't mind. He said, so? He said, if you don't mind, can I see your ticket? First class? He said, yes. He showed him. So he said, see, this first class ticket, I think you paid 50 rupees. He said, yes. In 50 rupees, you'll be just traveling for 10 to 12 stations. 10 to 12 stations. And it is specifying everything that you will be able to reach to your destination. Then I am very sure, sitting here by spending 200 rupees, when you will surrender your mood and read Krishna, definitely you are going to reach to his abode. That I can promise. Because our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada has given us that assurance. So, dear devotees, the Acharyas, that's why they say that we have to surrender. Our mood should be there. So that's why this question. Then the second question, for which we are going to answer you in the eighth answer, 7th and 8th answer will be there. It says, bhurni bhuri karmani shrotavyani vibhagashah ata sadhu atra yat saram samudritya manishayah bruhi bhatraya bhutanam yenatma suprasidhati. Again, there is a question that there is variety of scriptures. Yeah. The previous speaker has spoken this in detail, I feel. So it says there are many prescribed duties which can be learned only after many years of study in their various divisions. Now, only one example I'll give here quickly. We say four Vedas, isn't it? Rig Veda, Samar Veda, Achur Veda, Rig Veda, isn't it? So then to read each Veda, it will take so much time. No? So he says, various divisions are there. For all sages, please select the essence. What is the essence? If you take, a small bottle of, it says mango, this is mango pulp essence. So he said, is it? He said, yes. Out of, say, 50 or 100 mangoes, they will take the pulp, they'll dry it, they will put it in the machine, and then when they remove the extract is so little. Getting my point? So they are saying, give us the extract, the essence of all the scriptures. And then they are putting question, explain it for the good of all living beings, that by such instructions, their hearts may fully satisfy. Suprasidati. Atma. Atma is we. Suprasidati. Yeah. So in that answer, to this question, how they are answering. Now we will go to the answer. Okay. So today's shloka is answer to these questions. Second chapter, 6th answer. It says, Save pumsa paro dharmo yato bhaktirashok adokshajay ahetukiya pratihata yayatma suprasidati. That is occupation. Now when you say occupation, give it to me here. When you say occupation, now Prabhupada very beautifully explains this term. He says, see, he's giving here that when we have purposely donated dharma as occupation, because when you will go to the dictionary and when you say dharma, they'll say religion. So Prabhupada says religion means misunderstanding for us. Why? Because this is for the mankind, and this Jiva Bhuta, we living being, We follow man-made religion. What is that? We say we are belonging to Hindu. We practice Muslim. We are following Christianity. We are following Jainism, Buddhism. So many things. That is not dharma. Prabhupada is saying, what is dharma? Dharma is an occupation. Now, what is that occupation? It says, when we are born as human beings, yeah, other than the category of cats and dogs, isn't it? We are considering ourselves to be the topmost, isn't it? So, what is that making us topmost? The occupation. That's why Srila Prabhupada is making a point that, we have to understand. He says, if to become engineer, we put so much of efforts. Now we have here with us dentist also, Madhvi. Dr. Madhvi is a dentist, practicing dentist. We may be having some engineer or somebody software engineer or other engineers. Here I am export-import executive who has given up and now working as a sensorist, selling my flavors and fragrances and all those, and helping my husband to support back office for his IT company and all. Yeah. So Prabhupada is saying, this is all the degrees that accumulated by help of your bodily effect that you have given, efforts that you have put, using your intelligence, putting your mind into it. So then so-called you get a degree and you say, oh, I am. Excuse me, but Prabhupada says, I am not this body, I'm soul. So did your soul is saying that I am engineer? No, this was on the material platform. See, the prospect is changing, learning something, isn't it? Yeah. So Prabhupada is saying, on the bodily platform, you use the intelligence, you put your mind, you have put that effort, and you got that degree, which is only limited to this material world. Are we going to take this? Krishna, I became engineer. I became doctor. I became this. I became housewife. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada is very hilarious. Yes, he also gives in his lecture saying that during COVID, it so happened, you forgot what your degree was. Why? Because we were locked inside. So to survive, whatever was served in the plate, we accepted. Whether position, whether job, people worked on the daily wages. Why? Because they had sick people depending on them. They had EMIs, they had loans. That's a different aspect because materially, so many things happen, isn't it? It says that is that occupation you accepted because of the circumstances. But spiritual occupation, that is eternal. That is savai pumsa paro dharmo. That is dharma. Spiritual. Yeah. So to be spiritual, what are we doing? Now, suppose I have new baby, and I'm just eagerly waiting. The baby is 2.5, 3 years. Mommy, daddy, this, that, this sentence is that. We put them in the KG, nursery or something. Yeah. Start learning fast. Are we putting them to Gurukul? Mataji, where is this? Mataji, did you put your children in Gurukul? Because I gave them all what was to be given in Gurukul at home. Me, my husband, I gave them that circumstances, yeah, everything. But when I send them to school, I know they are only going to bring what is materially required. We were very clear. We were very clear on this. Yeah, we know what, like for example, you are sick, you'll go to a doctor, you'll go to a pharmacy, you get medicine, you get advice, and now it's up to you. Isn't it? You have to seriously take the instruction of the doctor and take that medicine and update, looking into whether you're getting the symptoms of curing or no. Am I clear? Same is the case here. The sages are saying, give us something easy. So what is that easy? Easy is paro. Paro means transcendental. Now, Mataji, where is this? In no academy this is taught. Yes, you're right. This is not taught in any academy. That's the reason we say, we have to take something from our grandparents, what they were practicing, because they will say what their grandparents were saying. We will not have those books, isn't it? Because I don't find any non-devotee houses where they will have Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. Otherwise, why we will have that marathon of selling Bhagavad Gita, or now this Pitru Mass is going on. So they say, Bhagavatam we have to give. We must give or take Bhagavatam. Those who are not having, this is the good time to take Bhagavatam set. Yeah. Why? Because we know that it is not propagated. Sanatana Dharma is getting lost. So Nimisharanya sages, worry is still our worry. Is it not? How many agree to it? Is it not our worry? Yes, it is our worry. We are concerned. Yes, every day when my son being pilot, when he's taking his bag and going out, and when I close the door, this heart goes. Now I have willingly locked the door from inside and he is in Maya. But when I know he has taken Pak Prashad, he has taken Darshan, he has done Parikrama of the Tulsi Maharani, so that is going to help him. This practice is what we are looking for. It says the occupation of the body, similar, there are occupation duties of the mind, intelligence, but there is occupation of the soul that we do not know, and that is the biggest question mark. After departure of Krishna to his abode, who is going to take care? This was sage's query. And for that, it says, bodily occupation duty changes as we change the body, isn't it? On the basis of karma, today I am Suguna Vrinda Devi Dasi because I've got the mercy of my spiritual master due to the association of the Vaishnavas around me. And whatever is helping me, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, my chanting. But if my count, what was required, like for example, if a lady want to be pregnant, her blood count should be more than 10%, 11%. A person like me who's struggling going, my first delivery, and when I'm positive, doctors checking and saying 7% hemoglobin. No, you cannot progress further for this delivery. And I said, then what? And say, better you abort. And my grandmother comes to me, she says, no, this is as good as killing. You're not supposed to do this. I said, the doctor is saying don't go and you're saying don't do. What am I supposed to do, ma? Then she is writing, pages after pages. This is what you do. This is how you follow. This is what the diet you take. This is how you have to progress further. And within 2-3 months, you'll be fine. Yes, dear devotees. Yes. When I followed instructions of my grandmother, on the 3rd month, doctor asked, how this happened? I said, my grandma's instructions. So dear devotees, when we follow our acharyas, when we will follow founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, when we will follow the instruction of, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, why not we will progress towards the abode of the Lord? Yes, we will. We will definitely. Yeah. He says, yato bhakti radokshijay. That is dharma, if occupational duty to do bhakti. We see ourselves, what so and so. But no, we have to see as part and parcel of the Lord also. Previously, people were religious. Why? They expected not more than required, isn't it? If you remember, olden times, if you see your grandmother maybe saying that her father used to bring little money and so many people used to survive happily. Why? Because Srila Prabhupada said there was no black marketing. Prabhupada said there was no black marketing. What is this? I was reading again, listening to his other lectures, and he said, those days, people would take neem leaves, yeah, some mud, some turmeric, yeah, all these things to purify themselves and take bath. Today, we want so-and-so shower wash, so-and-so fragrance soap, so-and-so handmade, this made, that made, you know. They said that's the reason we have opted for the factories and industries. And that's the reason the cost has gone more. Earlier, we were costless. Now, it is cost after cost. Now, 10 people in the family are earning. You know, we are looking for when our children also start earning. Ari, you can take some tuitions, or you can take some classes. Yeah. Still, we are fighting. And still, we are not able to sit with together for one meal also. How many agrees to this? First of all, I'd see only one or two people. That's how can I ask here? Yeah. So this is what Srila Prabhupada is trying to say. He says here that Krishna consciousness after death, I have to go back home, back to Godhead. That's the fact. Ahaituki, that is causeless. So Krishna is saying, we want Krishna and we love Krishna without any condition. That is bhakti. That's the reason it says, and that is going to satisfy us. Anya abhilashit shunyam jnana karmadi anavratam anakulena krishnanu sheelanam bhakti uttamam. This is what is the real requirement, and that's the reason body finishes. That is liberation? No, that is not liberation. People don't have understanding. Out of 10 people, there'll be just 1 or 2 who understands, oh, no. After death, actual life starts. This life, what is given is only purification. A devotee do not even look for liberation because he has no desires. His only desire is, I want to serve Krishna and Krishna's devotee here as well as after this life. This is what is very important. Yeah. So this is the reason that we say that how one has to prepare oneself. Yeah. So we'll go to the next question, which is the second question, you know, which I was reading. Brurni Bhuri Karmani Bhrutavya. There it says, they are asking question, oh sages, please select the essence of all these scriptures and explain it for the good of all living beings, that by such instruction their hearts may be fully satisfied. Now, answer to this. Then it says, what is that? So, second answer, it says, you know, God is one, isn't it? We see God one, but the departments of God that Lord has made, Lord Krishna, easy approach. Why? Because to those departments, the instructions are ultimately bring them to me. This we were not knowing. For example, please, I join hands and say, when we were, celebrating Ganesh Utsav, I remember somebody called us, saying that, Mataji, please, you will come for Ganesh Puja. I said, yeah, we'll come. You will do Aarti? I said, yeah, we will do Aarti. And slowly my son was looking, what? So I said, okay, wait. So after Sukha Karta, Dukha Karta, everything was done. And then, the last line comes is, yeah,
Hare
by my body, by my, kayena vacha, manasendriya, buddhyatma samarpayami, achyutam keshavam narayanam iti samarpayami. Who is this achyutam keshavam narayan? So I asked them question. They were like, ये भगवान के नाम है नहीं ये एक भगवान का नाम है अच्युतम केशवम नारायणम इति समर्पयामि that is all what you have done. So they were like with the big question mark. Mataji thoda explain करेंगे. So they were like big crowd of 500 people. I did not want to lose that opportunity. I said yes, athato brahma jigyasa, you have asked questions, so I will. So one person asked, you had put it in such a way that became question. I said, but there is a question. Lord is putting a question. Narayanamiti samarpayami. Never, I think, Ganpati jumped up from the altar and said, hello, Tukaram Maharam, whatever, Malaya, काय करतोस? पूजा मेरे कर रहा है और बोलता है नारायण इति समर्पण तुले बुद्धि नहीं. No. Ganesha has buddhi. Ganeshala mahiti hai. Me nimitta, he says, I am nimitta matra. Why? That is the instruction of the Supreme Lord. Yeah. Those who have that understanding that, oh, only Ganesha might, okay, Ganesha, then slowly Ganesha improvises you, and through the intelligence, through the heart, he will guide us to the Supreme. Yeah, this is what Durga does. Navaratri, yeah, we'll celebrate twice Navaratri. Yes, I remember I used to fast without food, anything. My grandmother said, this is very strong. What she knew and what I knew, that further, they are going to push me further, wherein, Nirjala in a year at least 3 to 4 times. Earlier it was only twice. So this Devi and Devatas, they are actually helping us. They are actually helping us. That's the reason whichever Kula Devi and Kula Devata we are into, we must respect them. We must obey them. We must pay our obeisance to them, because their mercy is equally required, like the Vaishnavas, like your Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru, for you to progress on the bhakti. This is what we are trying to understand from the second also. It says, Bahunam janmanamanti jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. 7.19 Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. So what does that mean? Mahatma, out of 10, hardly you will get one Mahatma. Hardly. That's the reason, you have a shloka in, 7th chapter. It says, Manushyanam sahastreshu kaschid yatati siddhai yatatamapi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatva. That is, out of thousands and thousands among men, hardly knows the process. Out of those 1,000 and 1,000, hardly somebody knows the truth. Out of those filter 1,000 and 1,000, hardly one comes there. Out of those 1,000, only one can reach to me. Then we have to leave the hopes. No, I can be from that 1,001. I couldn't be. Yeah. So why not? Once somebody went to Srila Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, do you really think after death we are going to Krishna? Is there some place? Or no, it's just waste of time? Srila Prabhupada said, well, what's wrong in the life if you have practicing Krishna consciousness? You had best of the prasadam, you had best of the reception, you had best of your hearing, best of dancing, party and everything. What if you don't have there something he really got to? Oh, you doubt, huh? Prabhupada says, well, in case you don't do this, and if you have to go there, yeah, there is a point. He said, I better do it. Prabhupada said, yes, better do it. So the answer to these questions, it says, in India, if you see, we are really trained by culture, by birth, isn't it? But what about the Paschat Desh, where Prabhupada went? They are all Shunyavadis. But on the strength and word of his spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that you go and preach West because you are having good command over language. Prabhupada just went, I have been there, 26th Avenue. If at all you get opportunity, go to US, please go there, 26th Avenue. It's a very small place. Prabhupada used to just sit. Sometimes he sat under a tree, which they named as Hare Krishna tree. I have some barks also of that tree. I sit. Whenever some new person is there, I ask them to touch. So, says, the faith about Krishna, very far, but somewhere have faith into your own, what you're doing, what you're reading, what you're hearing, what you're practicing, your association, filter your association. That itself will help you to progress day by day. And baby steps, yes, definitely, we are going to achieve that. It says, unfortunately, the leaders, what happens is, we are born in Bharatvarsha, but what is happening? We are not having the right association, the right guidance. We are misguided. One tree is there, somebody puts one, Hanuman ka photo or even some tilakam, people start coming there. Slowly one person sits and grabs money. Doodh aane do, mithai aane do, nariyal aane do, and then he's from other side, he's supplying it to the hotels. Why? Because there is no control. There is no control. So the leaders have to take the right opportunity of the right things and then only take. Why? Because Bharat Varsha is a Punya Bhumi. Still, if you see every year Kumbh Mela, how many people? Those who are sages, Babajis, and all those, they go there, yes. But other than that, also people go. Why? Because their faith is there. Yes, so many pious people are coming. Let me also grab some drops of piousness, isn't it? Is that happening anywhere else? No, it is Bharat Varshe, Bharat Khande. Why? Because Lord has walked on that piece of land. So how we need to follow, and that's the reason it says, unfortunately, leaders are misguiding them, so they are becoming atheist generally. But Srila Prabhupada says, through the vein of Indians, the spiritual fluid is being injected. It is flowing through our great grandparents. They were doing much more than what we are doing. They never slept without doing their morning and evening vandana. We sometimes get up suddenly. Acha, today my mother-in-law was shouting, oh, tomorrow something is there, do. Or my mother said, do this. Then I'm doing, out of 5, I'm not saying everybody like this. Yeah. But we need to understand. It says, chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna. Artha jignasu artharthi jnani cha bharta shabha. That is, 4 type of people will definitely get into it. Why? Because they are distressed. They want money. Yeah. They are inquisitive and they are searching of knowledge. Searching of knowledge is very fraction, but mixture of distress and money. Yeah. And inquisitive, yes, inquisitive also, isn't it? Yeah. It says, then 4 type of people will never come. 7.15. Namam dushkriti no mudha. Isn't it? They will never come. Because in the word itself is mudha. Prabhupada used to say, I don't want to use that word. Prabhupada is always, he will say, rascals. Very hard. So, dear devotees, I will go to the 8th. Okay, we will read 8th and 9th first. I'll take 10 minutes. Sorry. These shlokas are so very important and so detailed. Okay. 1.2.8, it says, Dharma swanocistita pumsa vishwakshena katha suya notpadaya yadiratim shrama eva hi kevalam. I'll read the translation because the purports are huge. Yeah. It says, translation, the occupational activity a man performs according to his own position are only so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction for the message of the personality of Godhead. So I will read the second shloka also because we will be able to consolidate easily. It says, 9th shloka, Dharmasya hi apavargasya nartho arthaya pakalpate narthasya dharmakantasya kamo labhaya hi smitaha. Translation, it says, all occupational engagements are certainly meant for ultimate liberation. They should never be performed for material gain. Furthermore, according to sages, one who is engaged in the ultimate occupational service should neither use material gain to cultivate sense gratification. Yeah. So all this makes us understand. See, this is saying one should not engage himself in any sort of occupational service for material gain only. Yeah. Nor should material gain be utilized for sense gratification. How material gain should be utilized is described as follows. Yeah, because following shlokas will come to give you more explanation. But we have to stress on this shloka very much. That is, shramahi eva kevalam. That what we have to do and what we are not supposed to do. I was listening to Bhagwat Keshav Maharaj. He's from UK, very famous. The youth are very fond of Maharaj nowadays. So Maharaj was saying, that Srila Prabhupada always tried hard to help us in always to be successful, trained to make attempt to go back home, back to Godhead. He never left any opportunity. He published magazines. He published small books. He translated all the scriptures in, you say the language that globally now, that is not, that you don't have Bhagavad Gita. You have translations of all these scriptures now. That is all the efforts by Srila Prabhupada. He never left any opportunity that a soul will not able to. It says the great sages, gurus, priests always kept a check on that. We should not miss the point. Yeah. Why? Because if we are doing so much, that's what it was the point of Vyasadeva. When Vyasadeva compiled all the Vedas and Puranas, why he was chastised by his guru is that, first of all, this age of Kali is Parayanalpayasya. Again, 1110. Yeah. Parayanalpayasya. The time is so less that they will not able to understand what is exactly required for them. So what are they going to attempt and how are they going to achieve it? Because first of all, you need that much time. Now 4 Vedas, 108 Upanishads, Kathas. When is the time? Where is the time? That's one of the reason we got, mercy of Srila Prabhupada to chant 16 round. And I know to people, whomever I will give the mala and say, you must not sleep without chanting 16 rounds. Mataji, I will try. Somebody is laughing. I can make out. Everybody is able to make out. You got caught. Yeah. So 100 and, say 16 rounds into 108 just takes 1 hour, 30 minutes. And if you're very slow, may take 2 hours. There are people who keep on watching the repeated telecasts, in the normal time, then in the late time, then at night. So we are, as it is, spending 1.5 or 2 hours, So somebody asked a question. Did you not follow first time that you saw? Why did you repeatedly see? No, I missed out something. Okay, why did you see the third time? No, I wanted to enjoy. This is what is the Jiva Bhutatmas. We are. Why? First of all, our memory is short. Somebody asked, Are you saw that serial? Because this group is there, no? They all watch and they discuss. Acha, wo Kalyani, I don't know. I'm just saying randomly the character name. I don't know nowadays anybody. So I still remember Tulsi. What was that? Kahani Gar Gar Ki or Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu. Something was there, which was like a fever and virus to everybody. And when I happened to speak once, to Smriti Irani, stocks, then she was saying, I could not be recognized as Smriti Irani, but I was always called, Tulsi. Why? Because the character name was Tulsi. So we are so much so indulged into. Now you tell me, many of them, those days I was working. So we used to travel and 1 hour train travel was there, fixed timing, local trains in Bombay. So we will overhear somebody saying, then what happened to the Bajaj? That one serial was there, Bajaj, and then I don't remember somebody else, and she had an affair with somebody else. And the serial was going on and I was not knowing. And my son was very small and my grandmother passed away and I left him to my relative's house. And that's the time this children are speaking and saying, about mommy, daddy, marriage and all. So one of the child asked, how many times one can get married? Oh my God, that was a shock to our life. Really? How this question came to you? No, in so-and-so auntie's house, we were all sitting and watching. And that time that auntie was told, your husband is coming. And she was running because that uncle was her boyfriend. Oh no. At that tender age, they could understand these terms. I said, stop going to that relative's house. Yeah. This is what is Kali Yuga. And yet the Ghor Kali Yuga has to come. That's the reason it says, No matter you give them the best of the education, the best of the calorie food, the best of the environment, but little bad you have done, you miss the point. You have missed the point. Shramahi eva kevalam. Yeah. So somebody said, one of the parent was sharing with me saying that, Mataji, IT में हमारा बेटे ने MTech किया और अभी वो ब्रह्मचारी होना चाहता था, दुख होगा ना? I said, ये दुख अच्छा है, ये दुख अच्छा है, लेकिन वो ब्रह्मचर्य छोड़ के अगर कुछ और काम में लग जाता, that was Shramahi Kevalam. Yeah. Why? Because you have given all the best of the things, but that person landed up. See, you take Ajamil's story, if you don't know anything else. Ajamil was from a Brahmana family, Brahmana Kul. He had grandparents, parents, and then he was married, he was doing all his prescribed duties, he had children, but one small, just not even association, just a glance, and he fell down. Why? Because our senses are so fragile. Prabhupada always used the word saying that if you know the butter is going to melt if it is kept near the heat, not fire, heat, then why you have to keep it? So, dear devotees, I'm giving a lot of information on this one sentence, that how we have to watch out, how we have to be careful about things. But today's generation, if you ask your daughter, see, after your class is so and so time, please come home. Come on, mama. Can't I take little break time? Can't I go here and there? So these are some things which, if not controlled, then later on, Shrama eva kevalam. That we have put so much efforts, but we couldn't control them. We couldn't take care of them. This is what is the acharyas, the Goswamis are asking, and Sutta Goswami is trying to give them awareness. Yeah, because Maharaj gave one very beautiful example. He's saying in US, one person, he was driving and he saw on the countryside there are two people, one is digging the hole, the other one is just filling it. So he got so bewildered, he just parked his car, he couldn't stand by, and he came down and said, excuse me. I said, yes, sir. Both of them said, yes, sir. So I said, what are you people doing? He said, well, we planned for gardening. I said, gardening? But for long I have been observing, Mr. A is digging, Mr. B is just filling the same pit. So I said, sir, Mr. C was supposed to come and put the seed, but he is absent today. The show must go on, isn't it? So, my dear devotees, Shramahi eva kevalam. Yeah, that you have put efforts, but that efforts are fruitless. It is not going to result us. Why? Because it is not done in a proper way, the way it was supposed to be. Yeah. This is what is our life, that we have to understand that we have to do devotional practice, which devotional practice will please the Lord. Because the moment the Lord is pleased, two things will happen. We will get causeless mercy. We will get righteous knowledge, and we will get development of detachment. Because if what we follow is again taking us to attachment, then it is Shramahi eva kevalam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he goes to East Bengal, and he met Tapan Sharma. He says, Bahu Shastra, Bahu Vakya, Chitte Brahme hoye, Sadhya Sadhana, Shreshta na hoye Nishchaya. That is, what is the use of reading so much, listening to this, that, and you ask one question, says, I didn't get it what you're saying. Then you're wasting your time and energy also. Nobody will able to help. There's a beautiful saying. He says, we are notifying to attain freedom from attachment. We become slaves of love of Lord Krishna. That is the ahetukiya pratihata yayatma suprasiddhati. So with that note, we stop here. Anybody has any question, any doubt? Any suggestion? Please come forward. Sorry, I've taken 10-15 minutes. I'm sorry. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you said about this, the Kula Devtas also should be worshipped. But then what about the prasad? When you go to functions like that, when they serve us prasad, what do we do?
So
Do we
what
take
happens
it or-
is, see, you take that prasad, you pass on to somebody, you accept it because you have taken, no? You accept it.
Yeah. Yes.
You have accepted, you pass on to somebody. Why? Because normally what happens is people will, in the year, any puja happens, they'll call. So we will give it to security, we will give to somebody because they are so very far from this prasadam concept itself. So they
Yes,
get
yes,
some.
Mataji. Yeah,
Is it?
sure. Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anybody has any other doubt? Any question? No? So we can stop. Thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhesha, kripa sindhubhesha, patitanam
Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
Devotees
Quoted between the Q-tips, Srila
Srila
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada.
Thank you. Thank